Happy Wednesday, everybody. I hope you are all doing well. I am hanging in there, a little bit of sleep, got the puppies. So just trying to iron out a schedule for them. But I want to go over some big Tesla news that actually hit yesterday. So Tesla is bringing a gas cap like on their Chinese models. So their new Chinese models will also have a plug for what China has developed. It is a standard that they've developed and it is called GB. The charging port will no longer be in the rear driver tail light. So I'm kind of bummed about that because I really love that about Tesla, how you could never really tell how it charged until you went to go charge it. So the fact that it has like what's now looking like a gas cap is kind of a bummer, but, big but, there is a possibility that maybe they'll carry that over to US models. So they decided to do this in China because China is mandating 5 million EVs by 2020. The government is building some 12,000 charging stations across the country and putting aside $20 billion in financing for almost 5 million residential charging stations. So it's like super impressive what they're doing. I'm all for it, and the fact that they can set that much aside and everything is amazing. Now, those of you who might not know, Europe has its own charging plug. In the US, Tesla has its proprietary plug. But I'm kind of thinking maybe Tesla will bring something similar to the US where they have 2 outlets or 2 plugs. And I'm thinking maybe they'll bring CCS. VW, because of that whole Dieselgate thing that happened, has put together a large sum of money and will be building out CCS stations across the country. So it only makes sense, if anything, they would put a CCS plug there, because you can't use adapters for CCS like you can a J1772, which they already have the adapter for. So it really wouldn't make sense to incorporate that if you can just use the adapter. So CCS would give roughly 120 to 150 miles of charge per hour. So not quite supercharger status, but still a respectable number in my opinion. So I don't know, I guess we'll see what happens with that in the coming months or year, but it wouldn't surprise me if Tesla did something similar for US models. Some other big news is Tesla now has Tesla insurance. They have paired up with Liberty Mutual and one other company, and they offer some pretty nice things like new car replacement within the first year, guaranteed rate for 1 year, guaranteed replacement parts, optional 24-hour roadside assistance, which Tesla actually already offers, but this goes beyond the Tesla warranty, rental car reimbursement for as long as it takes to fix your Tesla, and also like valet service and all kinds of cool stuff. So I guess we're gonna see how that works. I'm gonna make that a separate video in its own, but I'm gonna apply for it and see exactly how that rate compares to my current one. I'm actually through Progressive right now, and I pay about $1,200 for 6 months of coverage. That's full coverage, low deductibles and everything. But I did have a friend recently try the Tesla insurance, and he said his rate was quoted at almost double what he currently pays. So I'm gonna try it out. We're gonna make it its own separate video. I just wanted to bring it up just because it's something super interesting. They do this in parts of Asia already, so why not bring it to the US? And you're on autopilot a lot. Technically, it should be a cheaper rate. Autopilot's been shown to reduce accidents, so in theory should be cheaper. But this is something that Tesla employees cannot sell. They will refer you to a licensed insurance representative that can help you out. Still something I'm gonna look into, coming in a future date. And we're gonna end this with some Model 3 news because there's been so much lately. Obviously with their big bottleneck issue, Oppenheimer actually talked with Tesla management and says it is purely supplier issues at this point, which is good on Tesla's side to say that they have everything in place, but their suppliers are lacking. So a few of their suppliers have failed to deliver on time, one of which Tesla already canceled a $107 million parts contract for, and that parts was actually for an axle drive pump that failed to meet Tesla's requirements. So they dropped them, and I believe they're now using an inside source. So either way, Tesla's not afraid to drop somebody at a $107 million contract. Pretty big, I mean, and especially in my opinion, but obviously for them, and it's kind of small. But still, it's a big fact for them. So going off what they were told, Oppenheimer is projecting 3,005 deliveries for 2017. Original target was supposed to be 5,000 per week in December sometime. So obviously a little slow on the uptake, but I have full faith in Tesla being able to make a strong push in the first and second quarter of 2018 to overcome this. Some non-employee deliveries are being pushed back because of this, so that is kind of sad, but at the same point, you want a car that's built right, so it is kind of what it is. It's nothing that I think Tesla's doing directly, and they're working hard to fix this because it obviously doesn't look good for them. And we did see the first tuned Model 3, actually from Unplugged Performance. Somehow they got their hands on one, probably maybe a purchase from an employee or something. I do love that burnt orange wrap that they put on it. Super excited to see what comes of all these third-party tuners. I really like the body kits, so really excited to see where it goes with that, see if they come up with any spoilers or side kits. I don't know, it'll be really cool to see what comes of it, but definitely excited to see that one of them have already gotten their hands on a Model 3. But yeah, quick news update today. Gotta make it quick, got some puppies to tend to. So definitely thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. If you are looking for a Tesla, feel free to check out our website, teslainventory.com. If you are looking for a new or inventory model, feel free to use the referral code at the top of the page, and in doing so will save you $1,000 off and get you free unlimited supercharging. However, there's limited time remaining for the $1,000 off. It actually does expire October 31st. That's what, 2 weeks away, so if that is a swaying point for you, be sure to get your order in before then. I know a couple people have asked about pushing out their delivery, which I have heard you can do. So you can consider that. I know some people want to push it out to January, and I have heard that is doable. So there you go. But definitely thumbs up if you enjoyed the news, and let me know what exactly you think about having dual ports on a Tesla and kind of have the fuel door like a traditional ICE car does. I personally am not a big fan of it. I don't think it looks great, especially having now my Tesla's without. I think it looks much sleeker without it, but I'm curious to know how you guys think about it and how you feel about it. I will say it is nice to have the additional charging options, so that is an extreme bonus, but the fact that you kind of lose that sleekness kind of kills it for me. But yeah, definitely click here to subscribe, here for some more videos, and I will see you guys on Friday. Bye.
La la